Hey, Viking fans, I need to make an apology. Yes, this is my second one I've done. When you're wrong about a player, you need to come forward, and I'm about to do that next in 3, 2, 1. Hey, Viking fans, this is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I want to give away free stuff, and we're getting up there as far as me giving money away. I'm already up to $50 giving it away on game day against the Packers. But you got to hit subscribe, you got to hit like, you got to leave a comment. Any comment will be an entry. You can go back, comment in other videos. Don't let it slip by. Let's get more money. Let's give it away. I want to give back to you guys. Thank you for bringing me above the 500 mark. And guess what? I'm getting close to the 600 mark in 1 week. That is awesome. I appreciate it, guys. I love it, man. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to my apology. Yes, occasionally I'll go back and revisit a player, and I think there was none other than this player that I need to go back to, none other than Akayleb Evans. Akayleb Evans. He's my guy. I need to go back and apologize to. I did make an apology earlier this year. Lewis Seen, well, I thought maybe he did a ho-hum game after the first week. Well, I have not revisited Akayleb Evans after I said that he was really handsy coming out of college. That was his MO. I saw a little bit, and I thought, well, that's not going to translate well to the NFL. He's got to work on that. I gave Xavier Rhodes an example where they used to put boxing gloves on his hands just so he'd stop grabbing receivers in practice, and I thought maybe they had to do the same thing. But his second week in preseason changed my mind. He was every bit as good, if not better, than Andrew Booth Jr. I still think Andrew Booth Jr. is a better player all around. But what I found out, the guy that needed to be less handsy, be less of a penalty maker, was Andrew Booth Jr. Now, I think he rebounded from that first game to the second game, and was doing really good before he got hurt in that game. But it was Akayleb Evans who's been consistent the whole time and hasn't been drawing penalties. And what I didn't think, and when I went back and revisited his college tape and some breakdown tape from him transferring from Tulsa to Missouri, and let me stop and do a little story here. He transferred from Tulsa to Missouri. He wanted to get into sports management, sports marketing, and they did not have that at Tulsa. So he made an academic commitment to go to Missouri because they did have that. It didn't hurt that it's in the SEC. Also, his position coach went to be the coach at Missouri, which was a great in. He took advantage of that. He not only was going to play in the SEC, but probably got him at as high a draft pick as he was in the NFL. And also, he's going to, I guess he graduated with that sports marketing degree. I don't see anything, or a sports management degree. I don't see anywhere where he didn't, but that was his reason for transferring. Now, I had seen a guy doing college tape on him transferring from Tulsa to Missouri, and it was eye-opening. The way I now realize he's a press cover corner. He can play both. He can be off, he can be in zone, he can play press cover. In fact, he did that a lot at Tulsa, and he got in the mix when teams went jumbo, and he came in front of a tight end and shot the hole. He made tackles. So that's where I didn't see a whole lot that I now have, is that, and especially after that second preseason game, is he gets in the mix on the run just as much as Andrew Booth Jr. did, which I praised for doing that. Now, I think Andrew Booth Jr. is more of a faster twitch player, comes out of nowhere in the run game. I often commented that he hit the ball carrier or the receiver before he's able to turn his head and run upfield. He's that reactive. And then there was a pick that Andrew Booth Jr. had that he read the quarterback and the receiver didn't adjust. He goes and catches the ball, the receiver doesn't. That's the type of, that's where Andrew Booth Jr. sets him apart from Akayleb Evans is instincts. Not that Akayleb Evans doesn't have them, mind you. I think he's a smart player. He limits the receiver's routes of what he can run. He takes things away. And I did not know how physical of a corner he was. Now he got drafted in the 4th round. I had said that Andrew Booth Jr. was a steal of the draft for us at 42 because I thought we would take him in the 20s. I am now telling you that Akayleb Evans was drafted in the 4th round. Should have been in the 2nd round at least. The 2nd round at least. I think that's the type of talent we have. Speed and length. And to throw it in there that he's a physical corner that I was just too blind to see. Just too blind to see. I've revisited it. I have now upgraded this pick to being right up there with Ty Chandler. And I'm, a little softer on Jalen Naylor now. So I think my 3 steals right now are Andrew Booth Jr. still, Ty Chandler for sure, and Akayleb Evans. Now, I think an Ed Ingram is still right there where he is. I thought it was after looking at the tape, saying, hey, people thought it was a reach. It was not a reach. He was right value for where he was picked. 100% right value. So I can't call him a steal, but I can say that Ty Chandler was, I could say Akayleb Evans was, and I can say Andrew Booth Jr. was with confidence. I've now downgraded Jalen Naylor a little bit. I think it's because he didn't have an opportunity yet to show his stuff. I think it will come, but right now I temper my expectations. I even had him possibly getting cut on the 53-man roster, but now with Akayleb Evans, I'm saying, hey, those are my 3 guys that I think really took off in this draft. And you throw in an Ed Ingram there, you got 4 outstanding players. Throw in Asamoah in there, who probably should have been drafted higher now that I look at it, but only like 1 round earlier. Those guys, those 5 guys are going to kill it for us in this. They're going to be big contributors this year. And I love the fact that Akayleb Evans has stepped up, has grabbed the bull by his horns, and has proven to me so far that he's ready for the NFL. He made the adjustment faster than I expected from college to the pros. Akayleb Evans is going to be our future starting cornerback. Andrew Booth Jr. is going to be on the other side. I know that might disappoint some people who are a fan of our current corners, but they are holding them off for this year. I cannot promise you. I cannot promise you next year. It could be Andrew Booth Jr. and could be Akayleb Evans, and that's gonna save us some money. It's gonna save us some money. All right, that's it for today. I apologize to you, my friend, Akayleb Evans. You are right up there with my steals of the draft for the Minnesota Vikings, my high value picks. That's it for today. Make sure you hit subscribe, leave a comment, enter my contest. The rules are in the description below. Let's give more money away. I'm about to break 600, and guess what? I am going to give $60 at 600, $70 at 700, and then $750, and then so on. I am adding the $10. I want to get to 600. I want to get to 700. Let's get there. I'm giving $10 increments now. I love it. Thank you guys for supporting me. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. Hashtag Purple Hulk. Let's get it. Skull Vikings. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skol Vikes.